Hi Dev, good afternoon.
Hi Amitabh, good afternoon. Hi Ganesh, good afternoon. Ganesh, can you unmute yourself? Hi, good afternoon, Ganesh.
Good afternoon.
Good
So
afternoon, Ganesh.
we'll just wait for a few minutes for everyone to join.
Yeah,
Hi all, I think we can begin now. I think most of the people have joined. So welcome to the session. Today we have Amitabh Vyas from Unlimited India, Ganesh from Marketon, and Prakhar and me from Innovation Society. So we'll be, taking you through some of the basics of the Startup Week program, and then we'll talk about, how the screening happens, how top 100 and top 24 startups are shortlisted, And we'll also have a case study from Ganesh. He's the winner of the Startup Week 2018. So he'll talk about his experience of applying for the Startup Week program and how was the pilot which was implemented. So I welcome you all. Just some hygiene factors. I've kept everyone on mute so that we don't have any disturbances. We'll take the question and answers towards the later part of the meeting, and you can post the questions in the chat box, and Prakhar from our team will read out to us, and whoever the question is directed to will be able to answer. If you have more further questions, I'll also share our contact details so that you can also contact us directly for any questions around the startup week. I have a very small presentation. I'll give you a brief overview. But before that, I welcome everyone. I welcome Amitabh Vyas, who is the National Scouting Lead from Unlimited India and a very good partner. So welcome, Amitabh.
Thank you. Thanks.
And also welcome to Ganesh Sonamne. He's the CEO and co-founder of Architon Mobility. Welcome, Ganesh.
Yeah, thanks, Dev. Excited to be here.
Right. So I'll just start with the presentation. I'm sharing my screen. I hope everyone can see. Amitabh, can you confirm?
Yes, I can see that.
Great. So just an introduction about the State Innovation Society. We are the state nodal agency and the Department of Skill Development, Employment and Entrepreneurship, Government of Maharashtra. Our mandate is to implement the startup policy of the state and help out state create a conducive ecosystem for startups in the state. We have multiple initiatives mentioned in under the startup policy, and we are team based here in Mumbai, implementing those initiatives to help startups across India. One of the initiatives which we'll talk about today is the Maharashtra Startup Week, which is a flagship program. And we have been doing this for the past 3 years. We have already run 3 editions, and this is the 4th edition for which the applications are open. So the idea behind Startup Week is, to open up government as a customer to startups, and also provide the startups who are at the early stage, who are looking for customers to also deploy their products or solutions with the government of Maharashtra and get a validation in terms of their solution is working or not. So that's the idea behind Startup Week. We want to promote entrepreneurship across Maharashtra, and we have some sector focus in the Startup Week. As you might be aware that across 6 sectors, we take applications for the Startup Week. So that's agriculture, healthcare, sustainability is a major sector which encompasses clean energy, waste, and water management. Apart from this, we have education, skilling, governance, and financial inclusion, and smart infra mobility. So if you don't fit in any of these sectors, there's also a miscellaneous sector where you can apply for the Startup Week. As I mentioned, the objective of the Startup Week is to identify innovative startups and innovative startups, not just from Maharashtra, but from across India to, solve some of the problems, find some of the use cases in government where we can give a pilot to a startup and also explore after the pilot how we can, scale up those solutions across the state and not just limit to a pilot. The idea is to provide work orders to 24 selected startups across these 6 sectors. And we have, as I mentioned, we have done this for the last 3 years, and we have done pilots with 72 startups, which amounts to 7.2 crores of public procurement through this program. So it has been quite successful for us, this program. We receive over 1,600 applications every year for this program. And with the help of screening partners like Unlimited India, Social Alpha, Bharat Innovation Fund, or Media Network, we shortlist these applications to the top 100 applications. So these top 100 applications, present their solutions to a sector-wise panel over a period of 5 days, and from these 100, 24 are shortlisted and declared as winners to get the benefits from the Startup Week. Applications are open for the current Startup Week. We have extended the deadline after many requests. We have extended it to 22nd of June. If any of you are facing any problems applying for this program, we can discuss it later, and also you can reach out to us if there are any specific problems if you are facing. So as I mentioned, 72 startups have been working. I'll just give you the timelines in terms of once you have applied, what happens after that. So once the application closes on 22nd June, these applications will be sent to our screening partners. They will help us, shortlist to the top 100 startups who will get a chance to present in front of a jury panel. The jury panel will include senior government officials, investors, people from academia, even the ecosystem players, incubators, etc. This top 100 will be announced during the last week of July, and the startup week will be held in virtual mode this year, as it happened last year. Because of the ongoing pandemic, it will be organized from 9th August to 13th August in the virtual mode. So over a period of 5 days, 5 sector-wise panels, as I mentioned, the top 100 startups will come present. They'll also get opportunity to interact with investors, ecosystem players who will be there present. And the final 24 winners are announced on the August 13th, which is the finale day. Some of the questions we receive a lot around Startup Week, I mentioned here. So probably this will help you already answer some of the questions you might have. Apart from this, if you have any more questions, we'll take it during the second half of the session. So most important question we receive: I'm not based in Maharashtra, can I also apply? So yes, all startups across India who are DIPP recognized, or even if they are not recognized, they can still apply. They can apply for the recognition as well. So it's not mandatory though. So they can apply. The program is open for startups across India, and startups from outside Maharashtra, Bangalore, Delhi, Chennai have piloted their solutions with government of Maharashtra. Second question we receive most is that I'm an individual or a proprietary firm. This is the most frequent question we receive. So they ask, can they apply as well? Because essentially it's not a grant model, this is a work order model where government is procuring from the startup. We cannot give out those work orders to individuals or proprietary firms. So there's a mandate to give work orders only to the private limited companies, partnership firms, or the limited liability partnerships. But even if you are an individual or proprietor, you can apply for the program. But if you win, you have to register yourself as one of the entities I mentioned earlier to be eligible to receive the work order. So most definitely go ahead, apply for the program if you have a very innovative product or solution which can be helpful to government in the mentioned 6 sectors. Next question is, can I submit 2 different applications? We recommend that you submit your best application in only one sector. Whatever your best idea, best solution is, do submit that in one sector. If you have another solution which is applying to another sector, probably you can also submit 2 applications, but we highly recommend you submit one of the best applications which you have. Also, another question which is, I have an idea, can I apply? So since this is a procurement model, we don't allow idea state startups to come and present or even apply. You should have a minimum viable product or proof of concept so that a pilot can be done using that as a base. So similarly, 72 startups have worked in the past with us, and they have been piloted with various departments, including Zilla Parishad, municipal corporations, health department, agriculture department, and a lot of successful pilots have happened. So I'll open the floor to Ganesh. We'll hear from him the experience of applying for the Startup Week, how the pilot was conducted, and what was his experience of the Startup Week. Ganesh, over to you.
Hi everyone. We participated in the first edition of Maharashtra Startup Week 2018. I fondly remember those days. So we are basically a assisted living devices company, and shower commode wheelchair is our main product range. So we remember that the presentation was early in the morning, and we had limited budget to stay in Mumbai. Our startup is based in Pune, so we had planned just in time for our wheelchairs to reach there, and it reached just a couple of hours before the event. And since we had a physical product, we had it in the initial stages. So basically the entire screening process, what I'm telling you about is the where the finalists get selected, but in the early stages, when you apply for the startup week, there is a screening process where MSINS partners like Unlimited India, and they shortlist you and they call you for an actual pitch. This time it's going to be different. They mentioned it's a virtual pitch. So so it's a typical pitch event where you present a complete deck without the funding need. But one important aspect that you have to keep in mind is make it easy for the judges to understand that if you happen to be one of the winners, how is the grant going to be used? How are you going to facilitate the work orders? So for us, it was relatively simpler since we had a physical product, wheelchair in the healthcare category. We knew that the end user is going to be most likely hospitals, but we still had kept options open regarding different level of reaching to beneficiaries. And then in the entire event, there was also an expo where we got to interact with different industry partners, venture firms and government officials, where you get a stand and you present yourself. But mainly the best part about the event was we were at an early stage of our product development. We just had a few hundred customers by then, and we really didn't have any exposure to customers from government and like high level government officials, hospitals, deans evaluating a product. And then even after you get the grant, we had to actually explain the product to the deans of major hospitals, and only when they approved of it, we were able to facilitate the work order. So it's really like a simulation for I would like to call MSINS model as one of you can think of it as an accelerator, which if you have a ready product and a few early customers, it can really give you an exposure of what is it like to actually sell to big customers like government. And in normal world, if we try and reach a dean of KEM hospital, it would be almost impossible to get them on board. At best, we would be able to reach their purchase team. And but being a part of MSINS, we got the exposure to even meet the higher level officials. They called the entire team for demo, which is something that doesn't reflect in the 15 lakh grant. What I'm trying to say is the actual exposure is like three-tiered, I would say. But the first tier is a short-term thing that is, our eyes is on the 15 lakh grant, but that's really like the small part of what the prize is all about. The second tier is, you can say, then generally taking that 15 lakh pilot to across many other hospitals and other avenues of making your product reach a greater audience, at least in the state. That too is something which we are able to perceive. But the third tier is the most important, which I believe you have to really work towards getting that done, and that is building relationships. And building relationships within the MSINS key stakeholders, the officials whom they will introduce you to, the hospitals in our case, which we interacted to. In your case, it can be other government departments. So building relationships there can be really useful, because if they trust you to do a certain thing done, then it can go very long. And it has helped us get a few major CSR projects done even after the pilot was completed. So it has worked very well in our favor. The entire MSINS journey, it was much more than the 15 lakh grant that we got.
Ganesh, I have a follow-up question. So did the pilot which happened with government, how did it help reach out to other customers, other entities outside the government ecosystem? Was there any help from the pilot?
It actually we could scale it in a different domain. The pilot helped our product place in some major hospitals like KEM, Sion, Cooper, and then many more government hospitals across Maharashtra. So it becomes like a part of a portfolio. When a private hospital asks us, "Oh, where is your product existing?" Then we can name all these big hospitals, and then we can also prove it that our product is there, and then that helps us sell in other institutions. We did use it as a marketing pitch, and we're able to scale beyond the hospitals which MSINS gave us access to. Plus we also got an edge while we were pitching to a military for a CSR project. Since we already had participated in this pilot and executed it very well within the timelines, we could get a sponsor for our wheelchairs, and then we could facilitate it to the Indian Army. So I completely owe MSINS support for that.
Great, Ganesh. And so what will be your advice to the startups who probably are considering applying for the startup week, but they are not yet applied? What is the value add which this program brings to their portfolio?
So I would advise you to take the entire application process and the preparation for pitch very, very seriously. This is a highly practical program where I would really think of this like an accelerator, which instead, most accelerators, they give you some funds and they take equity, like maybe 2%, 5%, 8%, depending on their model. But MSINS is an accelerator which will give you fund, will not take any equity from you. It's a completely free of cost program where they invest in you. They will assign dedicated resources, MSINS managers who are really bright people. So work towards developing a personal, rapport with them in terms of mostly establishing trust with respect to your objectives of running the company, and what is that you're looking for. Because if they know what you're looking for, they will not leave any stone unturned for you to get in touch with the right entities to not only conduct your pilot but even post that. Because I am in touch with them. I just had a call with Neil a couple of weeks back also for another project. So it's more feels like a professional part of the family. So I think that is something which most startups don't focus on. I've seen the anxiety, like after grant mil gaya hai, are 15 lakh kab milega, product. So our eyes is mostly on the short term tier one, which I mentioned. When are we going to win the prize? And even a 15 lakh grant can be big for an early stage startup, but the actual perk will come only if you work towards looking at the long term goal, actually looking at the B2B institutions which they connect you with, developing a relationship there, and then working with the MSINS team to really understand how they can help you scale this. So that is something which startups miss. Your eyes is normally, even we for a short term were focused on the 15 lakhs, but once we got in touch with them, we realized that no, this is the small part, and that actually proved to be the same. I think they have contributed. Overall, I think our revenues have increased by at least 1 crore because of the MSINS impact. It's not just 15 lakhs. We've been able to scale it more than 8x across 2 years.
Sure. Thanks, Ganesh, for highlighting the point that this is not the 15 lakh grant, but there's also a hand holding after you win, in terms of executing the pilot and connecting with your other organizations, not just with the pilot. So Ganesh was the winner in the 2018, and we are still interacting with him in 2021. So we still support our cohort from the previous editions. So thanks, Ganesh, for highlighting those points. We'll come back to you with the specific questions which we have for you in the chat. So now I would like to invite Amitabh, to talk us through about the screening of applications. What is his experience in terms of what does he think in terms of how the application should look like, what would be his advice to the entrepreneurs. Amitabh, over to you.
Sure. So thanks, Devendra and Ganesh. I think that was a wonderful story of how you got scaled up and benefited out of the Maharashtra Startup Week editions. So great. I've been helping. We have been helping MSINS for last 3 years, and I think there are two set of different criterias which we set for first selecting the top 100 and then again trickling down to coming down to 24 actually. So if you look at the larger bunch where we get the bulk of applications and the more and more partners of MSIN, that majorly we look at 8 to 9 point agenda, the pointers like is the product or service ready for deployment? Is the proposed solution ready for immediate deployment? That's the first thing which we see. Or what are the previous pilots which has been executed, or is the prototype market ready? And also see how has been the problem identification done. Is it very clearly identified, articulated, addressable, and solvable? Is it really a core problem which the entrepreneur is trying to solve? How innovative is the solution actually? What is the USP? Because there might be multiple products already available into the market, where multiple organizations working on that. But is your product really standing out with that? Who are your, and what is the value you are adding to your customers actually? In terms of scalability, we also look at from our lens that is the solution really scalable across various segments, various geographies, various markets, and what is the social impact it is trying to create actually. But have you, after identifying the right problem, does the solution have the potential to generate the outsized social impact? So because in long term, that is the core of every working where you're trying to solve and create that social impact. Even talking in terms of the financials and the business front, then is the entire project is really financially sustainable in financially sustainable in long run? Is it operational sustainable in long run? So that gives us a surety that this is not a one day product. It will go a long way. That is the thought process of the leadership of that. And of course, top of that, you need a competent team to run that entire project and execute the project along with MSINS. So what is the team? Who is the team? We also start looking at the social media handles, whatever information available beyond the application, beyond the pitch deck, which you submit to us. But how we can, because this is the first point where we are not speaking to you, but we need to collect and go through much more information, your credibility, everything, and then we give it scoring to shortlist you or reject you at that level, and or create that pool of first 100 actually. That is the first level of screening which we do. And then once we do that, as Devendra said, that on the day of when you're shortlisted and you're doing the pitching, then there's a panel of judges of 4 to 5 members, which are like from ICE officers, which is a mix of the VCs, which could be the funders, the experts, the sectoral experts and all. So they all sit together. I think there's a 10 minutes presentation, and Dave can correct me if I'm wrong. There's a 10 minutes pitch plus 10 minutes of Q&A. Total 20 minutes. In the 10 minutes, you need to have a very fine-tuned pitch, which is for cut to 10 minutes, which should majorly, and what we majorly score on these things is for first, as I mentioned, the earlier one, problem identification. Second is the USP again, which we need to know how is it really generating a social impact, unique, is it unique or not, offering any unique value to the customers. Then there is one more very important point. Is this really relevant to the government and scalable beyond the pilot? Because if you will find one question, I think in the application form also, that talks about will you be able to work along with the Maharashtra government to deploy this entire project? So that is the core, because of going forward, the money which you are getting is to work along with the government, Maharashtra government, to deploy that entire thing. Then, so we have to think from the point of view, can the government of Maharashtra be a customer to this startup? This product is scalable beyond the pilot project in the government? Then another important thing in today's scenario is how rapid could be the growth. So does does the startup has the resources, capabilities, relevant certifications, approvals, everything to actually implement the solution within 1 year? Compliance with the regulatory authorities, so they need to have a full compliant thing. And of course, we again see that who is the team behind that, who are the brains behind that, what are their backgrounds, do they have their capabilities to run that organization and take it to the long run and develop it as and take it to the next level and scale further in the coming years actually. So these are some of the things which we look at both the levels. And I think with my experience, I've seen what I would my suggestions will be, keep when you're submitting the first level PPT while submitting your application, it could be little detailed with more slides so that we can understand the entire product and all, because you are not physically present over there. So we need all the informations over there. Your all the figures should match all the documents. I've in past I've found that the PPT is saying another figure, and the applicant is talking about some other figures, and the website is talking about some other figure actually. So you need to be uniform, because that gives us a credibility that this organization is actually working on in the right manner. When you're coming to the final pitch, then at least I would suggest that the pitch has to be very crisp and make it to the tune to the 10 minutes. Only the bullet points, and the rest you can always speak and balance. If you need, we will ask the questions over there to you guys.
Yeah.
So I think this is overall, Devendra, I think in my experience.
Do you recommend, so there's a question on this as well, is there a minimum number of slides required in a pitch deck? And I would also like you to highlight what should they cover in their pitch decks, what should they highlight when they are submitting their pitch decks?
So I would definitely say, so is there any page deck that Devendra we circulate to them while
yeah. So once the top 100 are declared, because they have to present in front of the jury panels, we do conduct a training session for all startups in terms of what will be the criteria, so 10 minutes to 10 minutes, plus in terms of what all should they cover. But in terms of generic, while they are applying, so the problems, the innovation which they are doing. So I would
then say that what is the problem they are trying to solve? First of all, what is their background in one slide? Then talk about what is the solution they have come up with, or what is the product in terms of they are proposing. Then in terms of what has been done so far, or what is the impact has been created so far, who are their customers, and what is their USP, in terms of that they can cover that part. Apart from these things, then what is their future plans in terms of like next 1 year or 2 years actually. And there should be one slide which is, if it is for example, if the startup is say 1 to 2 years old, what is the immediate output or outcome they have achieved, or impact they have achieved in last 1 year, like so many paid customers, maybe so many machines sold, deployed, all these things. So that it gives a clear idea, okay, now it's 2 years old, but still they have done the pilot, or if it is only just completed the pilot and ready to deploy, then how many actually during the pilot, how many potential customers they try to reach out to. So that gives an idea how in depth you have gone for the pilot actually. Then comes the slide which is not necessary right now, but if any achievements or any past immediate where your product or the immediate solution was accoladed in a small term, maybe some winners of some say startup challenge or something. Then you should also present a slide on finances actually. So that is important. Ki balance how much you're looking at. What is your basic balances? Then the slide should be what is how you're going to deploy this product along with government of Maharashtra. What is your thought process? How is it? I think I remember I've seen one slide on this thing.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your thought? So these are some broad things, and I think a slide of say 12 to 15, maximum 12 to 15 will be good to run for initially when you're submitting it, and when you're doing the PPT, then it should be not more than 12 to 13 slides. That is good with minimum content. I
Sure.
would say.
Sure. Thanks, Amitabh. There's a question for Ganesh in terms of specific, in terms of the pilot. So the question is, did you identify specific hospitals that you collaborated with, or was it a general idea of connecting with hospitals and which the government decided? So how was the pilot conducted in your case?
So mostly the list of hospitals was given to us by government. We did have a choice in terms of whom to prefer first in terms of presentation, but more or less it was driven by MSINS. We didn't have to choose.
Sure. So the beneficiary department, they have a fair idea of what is required there, so that they identify the locations where the pilot will be conducted, and it's a mutual discussion between startup and the beneficiary department to conduct the pilot. So, but mostly the directions come from the beneficiary department. In this case, from the health department, that these are the hospitals where we want to conduct the pilot. So, it originates from the beneficiary department. Amitabh, there's a question for you in terms of, can you elaborate a little bit on the financial side, finances, what we need to discuss on current revenues or the future ask?
So I think good to know, for example, in the current financial year, how much is your basic expenses, total expense sheet, and what is your total, one is from where revenue, total revenue to be generated this year, or how much you have achieved so far actually. So that gives an indication ki, this is how your numbers looking like, and it will be good to show. For example, if you're showing the last year financials, which is just gone by, we just closed, you must have all, if you've already filed the this thing, or you've just closed the financials, good to show FY 19-20 numbers, and also the projections for 21 and 2021. So sorry, project sorry for 2021. So that will give us a fair idea of what are the projections for this year and vis-a-vis what was actually happened last year actually. So then we can know, okay, is it really the product growing, not growing? What is your future idea? If you're saying ki, for example, this year revenue was say 10 lakhs, next year revenue was say 1 CR, upcoming year. So then you need to give a reason ki why you are, how can you jump from the 10 lakhs to 1 CR? There has to be a justifiable reason for that. As long as you have, then we don't have a problem in that. So all those things has to be considered for creating this matrix. And in terms of ask, the ask is sorry, anything else? I think I answered the question.
Yeah, I think so. Sure, thanks, Amitabh. So this question keeps repeating. We have received the question that as an individual, can you apply or not? So definitely you can apply, but once you win, you have to register as an entity. So as an individual, you can definitely apply. You visit the website and register as a startup over there on our website, and then you will see the startup week application on which you can apply. Another question which has come is that so if you have already submitted and you want to update your application basis the current information, you can always drop us an email or at team@msins and we'll put your application in draft status. So you can always update your application if you want, but that should be before the 22nd of June. 22nd of June is the last date. After that, you will not be able to edit your application. Just going through the questions. Yes, you can edit your applications. Can a pre-revenue stage service startup unlicensed apply. Yes, you can apply even if you are pre-revenue. You should have a minimum viable product or proof of concept to apply. Presentation for top 100 after first round will be online or respective team present physically to authority. All the presentations will be online considering the ongoing pandemic. There will be no physical presentation for this startup week. For the next year, we can plan a physical startup week if the conditions allow us. Can Section 8
There's a
company
question.
apply? Yeah.
Before that, there is a question by Aslam. Question by Aslam: how will we come to know if the project is confirmed?
Yes. So I think
he's trying to check how it will be shortlisted. I think.
Yes. So after the screening is done, the top 100 startups, the list of startups will be announced on our website and Twitter, and the list of all the names of startups will be there. These top 100 startups, this list will be out in July last week, and all these startups will be eligible to present during the startup week. So that's how you will know that your project is confirmed. Can a Section 8 company apply? Yes, I think you can apply. If our startup is not into winning criteria, but we can receive any certificate. No, actually, we are not giving certificates to apply for the startup week or any such certificates. For the top 100 and top 24, there are definitely certificates and additional benefits. If as a startup you apply, we are providing you AWS credits. If you apply, you get $1,000 of AWS credits. For the top 100 startups, we are giving 5,000 credits, and also a ticket to Sankalp, and we are partnering with other partners, legal services, etc., which will also extend their benefits to the top 100 and top 24 startups. So top 24 startups get the work orders of 15 lakhs each, $10,000 from our AWS partners, $10,000 credit in AWS, and other legal and financial benefits to the top 24 startups. So yeah, no certificate. Company is not registered is okay, but you can still apply. You have to register if you win. The email ID I'm just putting in the chat. If you have any questions or you want to edit your application, just drop us an email here, and we'll put your application in draft so that you can submit again. Will the selected project be exposed to VC funding companies, individuals? How will help MSN helping? Yes, there are a lot of VCs and investors on the panel itself. Apart from the core pitching, we also organize VC Mixer, where startups get to interact with investors and other ecosystem players. So you will get a chance to interact with the investor as well during the startup week.
Yeah, this VC Mixers was a pretty happening event during our time, but since it was offline. Interesting to see how it pans out in the virtual mode, but they definitely get VCs where you can interact with the investors in the startup ecosystem.
Sure. So if I recall correctly, there were 40 startups presenting and more than 15 investors during the whole day, where we did the VC Mix and the physical format. So this time we will try to bring in more investors. We are working with pilots now, but unsure on the financial slide. And what would you suggest? Ganesh, you want to take this question from Mox? They are working on pilots now, but unsure about the financial slide. What should they do?
So you can mention about if there are revenues, better to mention it. If there are no revenues, you can talk about projected revenue once your pilot is over, or what is the kind of order size that you can get from that particular institution or similar institutions where you're running pilots. So you can always project and mention that. Somehow convince that once you get the grant, you will be able to deploy it, because they are really looking for deployment ready services or products and ideas. So if there are no revenues, I don't think it would be an issue as long as you can convince that the pilot, you have a product or a service which is ready to be deployed.
Sure, thanks. I hope that answers your question. The next question is related to students. Students are not unfortunately eligible for this program. There are other programs like Startup Yatra, MIG, which are coming up for that you can apply as a student, but not for the startup week. Another question is how 100 startups are selected among 6 sectors. Is it like 16 from each category? So actually, no, it's 3 startups from the 8 sectors are the winners. So 24 winners. We try to ensure that at least 3 startups from each sector are present. So in the top 100, there's no such criteria. Can you share the template of the pitch deck? I mean, right now at this moment, it's very open for you to customize your application according to how you want to present. But during the top 100 presentation, we just give you a guidelines in terms of what minimum should be covered. Apart from that, you can add more to it. But at this stage, at the application stage, you are open to make your own presentations. Am I right, Amitabh? I mean,
Yeah.
We don't want to
Absolutely.
restrict their creativity, and we don't want to
Correct.
templatize at this point.
No.
Yeah.
There's a question called Muddled Art, social impact are confirmed our solution. I don't know. I don't understand this question. But what I gauge is they're talking about presenting some matrix on social impact and all. No, so I think it's early stage. It's not, see, there are two things to deflect social impact. So when you start the pilot and you start working on it, the first thing is you get the number of customers. You start acquiring the number of, okay, you reaching out to number of people. This is immediate output of what activities you are doing actually. So in terms of the very early stage, which is maybe 1 or 2 years, you can only expect only outputs and all. Outcomes are actually the kind of change or the percentage change which keeps on happening over a period of time, maybe 2 or 3 years or something, which is a long-term impact, long-term outcomes and all. So if we not necessarily that you need to show a very detailed matrix and something called an MEL matrix, monitoring and evaluation matrix and all everything. Actually. So not necessary to, but as long as your product is convincing and it is scalable, you can really work with government of Maharashtra to deploy that product, and you have a credible pilot to show that this has been done. This is how identified the problem and all. Then I think it is good to go for this. Even then, maybe we can add in this.
No, sure. I mean, at this stage, we are looking at finding the right use case within government department. It should have a relevant use case, and the social impact and how to scale that up. I think that is why the pilot is there, so that we can see the impact it's created and then scale it up. So yeah, you're right, Amitabh. There's one question on terms of online social marketplace. We should put in mobility or miscellaneous. I think you should apply in miscellaneous category. Mobility is for EV startups, etc. Hope not being a registered startup will not be a criteria for rejection of application. No, it's not a criteria for rejection. If you have a ready product solution, your application is considered for screening.
Devendra, I would like to highlight, like, I saw a couple of questions mentioning 2 pitch decks.
Yeah.
Clarify.
Yeah,
Not sure
sure.
what is it about.
Sure. So in the form, there are 2 pitch decks which you have to upload. The first pitch deck is a general pitch deck where it talks about your company, what you have done in the past, and it can be not related to application as well. Whatever other activities you are doing within your company, that can also be part of that pitch deck. The second pitch deck which you have to upload is where you talk about this particular application in this particular sector and the use case for which you're applying for the startup week. So if I talk about, for example, Ganesh startup Architon, they also manufacture wheelchair. So that's what they'll cover in the startup week application pitch deck. But they also do other activities like masks, sanitizers, and other activities. So that can come in the general pitch deck which is at the top of the Startup Week form. So that's the difference between the two pitch decks. Any other questions?
Somebody saying any specific example from the education sector.
I think you'll be the right person to tell. Or so I can start with one example. The Tactopus was one startup from Bangalore. So they have developed learning material for blind students. So we have done that pilot with 3 blind schools in Mumbai, and it was a very successful pilot. A lot of students, got those learning kits. This year also we are doing one project with Tessel Labs. They have developed a keyboard device which can help blind students read handwritten or printed text. So these are some of the examples from education sector.
We also talk about that. I think that was winner last year. They had this table convertible bag. Forgot the name. Ennoble. Yeah.
So basically, the problem is that in rural areas, students sit on ground and they have like severe backaches, etc. So they came up with the idea of a bag which can be converted into a small table, and it's a school bag. So we distributed in rural parts of Maharashtra with this pilot. So that's also one application in the education sector. Amitabh, can you just take a few questions? I'll just get my laptop charges. Sorry about this.
Sure. So one question was, do your experts have any startup experience? So yes. So actually, all the experts who come on board for the selections and everyone, so they are, as I mentioned, they are from the VCs, they are from the respective incubators, accelerators, the IS officers. So all these people have, some of them really have some quite a big startup. For example, I remember for last 3 years, one of my colleagues has been part of, say, the agri portfolio pitching happening, and he has been working in this domain for 4 to 5 years actually. So they know the pulse of the sector. They understand the pulse of what's going around, how the models are moving. So that all are there always actually to select the best 24 out of top 100. Can we use a part of 15 lakhs towards the infrastructure? I think let's wait for Devendra to comment on that. After submission of the form, there's a tab of financial description. So we need to fill it now. Devendra, any thoughts on that?
Sorry, can you please repeat?
So the question from Uttara is after submission of the form, there is a tab of financial description. So do we need to fill it now?
No, it's your business profile. It's not mandatory for the application. So if you have filled the form, that's enough for your Startup Week application.
Okay. And there's a question from Dr. Sana Durgappa saying, can we use part of 15 lakhs towards infrastructure?
So that's defined in the milestones. So once your project is approved, the milestones are set with related to department. But mostly for buildings, for buying machines, etc. It's the funding is not for that. It's for delivering the services or products to government. So it's not for your own infrastructure development. It's if it has to do with delivery of some products or service, then you can use that fund for that.
Sure. And there's a question for Pragati, sir. There's a rules regarding students for startups. So I think students cannot apply. That's what, right?
Yeah.
And Mr. Bhavesh is saying pilot is compulsory for startups. So I think pilot is definitely necessary, because that's where we get to know the things are working or not on the ground, and then only you can come out with the MVP and tell us these are the results of the pilot, and now it is ready for deployment on the ground. That's right, Devendra?
Yeah. Just one thing, I think Ganesh has to leave, right? So if there is any specific question for Ganesh, I think we'll take it first, and then we'll let him go.
I can see a interesting one by Godrika. Is the shortlist based only on the basis of being able to issue work orders. The product may not be something that the government or a department may be able to use, but could be useful for the masses. So I think any given populace or any given section of the society, there will be a government department who will be able to give you access. The product need not be really useful for the government department itself, but for a section of society that the government department looks after. So I think the beneficiary department of MSINS will be able to connect. So if you can sell it in the real world, there is absolutely almost 100% certainty that there'll be a way in which a government department would be able to get you access to your target customers. I don't think that should be an issue.
Sure.
There are questions on if a defense startup participates, it is mandatory to have a ready prototype or MVP. Ranjit, would like to take this question?
Yeah, please.
No, I was thinking, can you take up that question?
Oh, sorry. So I'm just trying to look. I think there are a lot of questions which I missed. I'm just trying to go through the questions.
Sure.
Which one was the question, Amitabh?
A question from Midhavi Rudra saying, if a defense startup participates, is it mandatory to have a ready prototype or MVP?
Yes, it is mandatory to have a prototype. In fact, we have a defense startup called Dimension NXT in the past, who was a winner, and they had a ready prototype to present. So for this, you must have a ready prototype.
And there are questions, can we connect with you on the LinkedIn? Yes, you can look at the MSINS handle, get connected for all updates.
There's a question on, is there any format for the application deck? No, there's no recommended format for the application deck. You can apply however you want at this stage. Our startup is in automation AI. What sector should we apply? So you should look at the use case where that use case will fit. So in fact, all sectors can have some tech and AI as their inherent ability. So you can look at what use case it fits. So you can apply according to the use case you're presenting. So you can choose the sector according to that. Any benefits for women entrepreneurs in selection process? Not for this program, but we have a women entrepreneurship cell. You can visit our website and get more details on that. But for this program, there's no as such benefits for women entrepreneurs for this program. Fintech company, you can apply in miscellaneous category. Can smart meter project considered so under which category? Smart meter projects have come, I think you can apply under smart infra, and there have been winners in the past in the smart infra. Any specific questions for Ganesh? I don't see any. So first, thank you, Ganesh, for spending your time. I'm sure you had other commitments, and thank you for being with us today.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Devendra, for the opportunity to interact with emerging startups. I wish you all, best of luck and put your best efforts. I am sure the winners and even the participants, who could not win, they can try again and leverage the other parts of the application as a learning and get ahead.
Thanks, Ganesh.
Thanks, Ganesh.
Thanks a lot, Amitabh.
So Amitabh, if you have 5 minutes, we can take few questions, and then we really have to conclude by 4.
Sure.
And request to all participants, you can also email us all these questions at team@msins.in. We'll be responding to them. On the screen, there's a phone number as well. You can call us in business hours any day, and we'll be able to help you with your questions. One of the application question is about what is the technology used? What if a product does not use any software technology? So it's not just software technology. Each startup will have something innovative which gives it an edge. So I think you should answer it accordingly in terms of what is the USP for this product, how your product is differentiated from the rest in the market. So I think Sanjana, you can answer that question in this manner. Can we know how much application has been submitted for pollution control, as I have 2 more submissions? No, Aslam, as we said, you apply only your best application. I think that will be the one which will be considered. We will not consider multiple applications in the same sector.
Correct.
When will be the results announced? So top 100 will be announced in the last week of July, and the top 24 will be announced on 13th of August, the finale day. So that's the question from Siddharth.
Any other questions? Shortlisting.
Is there any IP protection available for the application as well as later stages? So IP stays with the startup. We don't take the IP. So because it's a procurement, we are just getting your product or solution implemented in the department. So IP will definitely belong to you. I would also like to highlight one of our initiative where we are reimbursing patent and quality testing costs for startups based in Maharashtra. So if you have filed any patent recently, will we reimburse up to 2 lakhs for domestic patents and up to 10 lakhs for international patents. The details are on the website. And if you're a manufacturing startup, if you have done any product testing in NABL or BIS certified lab, you can also get reimbursements of up to 2 lakhs. But this is only for the startups based in Maharashtra. This is not for startups across India. Any turnover criteria? No, we don't have any turnover criteria for the startup week. Alternate telephone number for Mumbai, otherwise difficult to reach. You can email us anytime. We have our social media also open. And the telephone is also a landline, so you can call us anytime. Can we apply next year after winning? So winners cannot apply for the next startup week. We only have 24 slots to give every year. So if you're a winner, you are not eligible to apply for the startup week again. But if you're in top 100, you can definitely apply. There have been cases where top 100 startups have come again and they have been winners of the startup week. So if you have been a winner previously, you are not eligible to apply this year. How old a company is required? Company should not be more than 7 years old. And if it's a biotech company, it should not be more than 10 years old. I think that those are the questions. I think that we are also reached our time. So I would like to thank Amitabh for being here with us. Thank you for answering all the questions, and we are looking forward to interacting with all of you. All the best for your applications, and any questions, anything, just reach out to us. Amitabh can also help you with your applications. Amitabh, any final thoughts?
No, I would. I think Devendra has shared on the screen the ID and the number to reach out for any further queries. Do feel free to reach out so that you don't have any queries left and your application is appropriate and it is considered for further screening in this thing. And do try and fill, I would say, all the parameters and everything mentioned in the application. It really gives a good feeling to the evaluator so that we know all the data is there and help us to decide whether to take it further or not further. Also, somewhere you need to also cognizant that this is a COVID time. So what all the work has been done these times, it's a tough time, I understand, but do keep in mind. And next 2-3 months is also tough in terms of going on the ground, everything. So just think over it before you answering the questions over there. I think that's it from my side, Devendra, and I wish everyone all the best for their application for the Maharashtra Startup Week.
Yes.
Take up this opportunity, guys, because working with the state government, see, I've seen MSNS. I will put one line here actually. So there's one apprehension always is there that how we can deal with the government, because the startup move very far. Government has its own pace and everything. But believe me that that team is there to who handhold you in case you are the winner, and you, how to navigate with you along with you to the government departments to ensure that it is implemented in everything actually. So there's an able team like Devinder and 10-15 of them who are like from IIM Ahmedabad and IITs and everything, who are there as a very, very professional team to work with. So rest assured, put your best in the application and try it out. Thanks, Devinder.
Thanks, Vinod. Thanks, everyone. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.